Hey everyone, it's Chris Loud. I've noticed lately that I have a lot of small scraps and pieces of collage paper, so I thought I would spend some time using some of that up while playing and exploring composition in my sketchbook with some intuitive mixed media art. I started by painting a mix of Naples yellow and titanium white on part of the page. I'll be mainly playing with abstract collage, but I do bring in other media as well. So I started out with a taped off space of 8 by 10 inch or about 20 by 25 centimeters on this page in my sketchbook. And you saw there that I have this brown paper, similar to a brown paper bag, and I just crumpled it up and kind of rubbed it around on the table, just trying to create some more texture with it. And even though I'm using some matte gel medium to put that down on the page, and I'm kind of flattening it out a little bit with a catalyst wedge, there is still some texture in there on that. And I knew very well that I would probably be covering most of that up, but for any places that showed through, I wanted to have a little bit more texture on that. And again, just kind of grabbing things out of my little bin that has just various scraps from using bigger sheets, and most of the collage paper that I have here is homemade. It's usually me clearing my palette or some failed prints from a jelly plate, things like that. So I wanted to utilize more neutral, kind of muted colors for this, which I stick to for the most part, with the exception of one more bright and bold piece of paper that I'll bring in here shortly. But really, my whole goal here was just to play and have fun and see what I could do with these bits and pieces. Like I said, it was more intuitive. I just started grabbing paper and putting it down to see, what was going to present itself to me. And like I said, for the most part, I'm using kind of homemade collage paper, but I think that piece there was something that I had in print, and I also had a little piece of newspaper that I added there as well. So the kind of fun thing about doing this kind of I don't even want to call it a warm-up piece, because I played with it, I left it, and I came back to it another day and played with it some more. It was just really a fun piece. It wasn't timed. I was just experimenting and having fun. And really the benefits of doing that is that you have no expectations. I was not planning on having anything I could sell, anything I could really show people. It was just to have fun and learn and just have a good time. And you can see here I'm going to put this really bright piece down, this yellow and orange, which again is very different from the more neutral colors I have down. But it really is kind of pressure-free creating. I like I said, I was not expecting a masterpiece or anything like that, and I did not get a masterpiece. So I'm not even sure I really like this piece at the end. I have to give it a little more time and take a look at it. But it also, can help foster creativity and intuition and idea generation. And you get to have worry-free experimentation. You can really kind of do anything, but since you're not, you don't have a finished piece in mind, you can do whatever you want. It's just a great time also to dive into kind of emotional expression. Let what's on your mind come out on the page. For this one, so this is kind of where I finished it, and I came back and started playing more with it. And at this point, I'd been listening to a song called Broken Machine by a band, Nothing But Thieves. I'd heard that, and so I kind of had that in my head. So that was kind of guiding my direction at this point. What I have there is some tissue paper that I don't often play with, but I had a little grill that was broken, and took it out in the backyard with some spray paint and made this print. And figured I'd go ahead and use this on this piece and cover up some of the under collage, I guess, if you will, the collage that was there. And the great thing about tissue paper is once you use the gel medium and you put it down, you can see through it. So you'll be able to see some of the collage that I laid down through that tissue paper. So again, kind of looking at, thinking about a broken machine or a machine, you're kind of getting to see, when I put this down, kind of the inner workings of that machine, kind of what's behind the surface. So again, just kind of a fun experimental piece. I, again, was not expecting anything at the end, just that was kind of the direction I was heading in. Kind of felt like that bright yellow and orange was almost too bright, but I figured I'd keep playing with it and see what comes out of it. And I think here I'll show you kind of how I, looking at the video now, I feel like I kind of ruined something. Right there, I kind of like how that looks with the bright part. But in a previous painting I'd been working on, I played with some splatters that worked out really well. So I thought I would do that over top of that yellow and orange with black paint. And one of my takeaways from this session was that I need to practice my splatter techniques and fine-tune those, because very inconsistent with what I had done before. And obviously, creating like this allows you to practice those skills and techniques. And that was kind of one of the things that, like I said, I took away from this, is I need to practice more with that. And I kept trying different ways and just was not getting the result I wanted here. Matter of fact, I didn't like how that looked at the very end. So after I stopped recording, I came back and made some adjustments to that, and added some of that collage paper from that same sheet of the yellow and orange. And I'll show you at the end, what that looks like and how I tried to fix that. And I think it worked for the most part. Some other takeaways, I need to walk away a little more often, and come back to it, even if it's for a couple minutes. And I also want to play with tissue paper more. So I'm taking the tape off, but I'm gonna come back and work a little bit more on this. And if you enjoy watching this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, or abstract art painting tutorials, art demos, challenges, prompts, feel free to subscribe. And as always, I'd love to get any feedback or questions in the comment section. So here's kind of what I did. I added some charcoal to give the dotted area some form. And I went back and added some more of that collage paper, and then outlined those forms with a Posca marker, a black Posca marker. So thanks for watching, and keep on painting.